Hello dear viewers, welcome to ERi-TV English News Broadcast. Reporting live from the headquarters in Asmara is me, your reporter Bersabet Tagle. Following are the major headlines for today. Dinner reception hosted in honor of Eritrean delegation in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Training on natural fertilizers and pesticides organized in Segeneti subzone. US B-52 strategic bomber joins military exercises with South Korea. And Trump condemns arrest in Mar-a-Lago speech. On your local reports, the Ministry of Defense of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia hosted a dinner at the headquarters of the ministry in honor of the Eritrean senior military delegation, which is visiting the country. The celebratory event was graced by the presence of Dr. Abraham Belai, Minister of Defense of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Speaking on the occasion, Field Marshal Birhanu Jula, Chief of Staff of the Ethiopian Armed Forces, stated, among other things, quote-unquote, "The support extended to us by the Eritrean people and its army when we were assaulted from behind can never be compensated by all standards and will remain in the annals of history." Field Marshal Birhanu further stressed the bondage fostered between the two countries cannot be broken by any force. The Field Marshal also expressed his firm belief that the two sides will work with greater vigor to deepen their friendly ties. Brigadier General Abraham Kassa, head of Eritrea's National Security Agency, on his part stated that Eritrea had no option but to play its part to thwart the prevailing threat and to contribute to the enforcement of legality when TPLF clique unleashed unprovoked, sudden and treasonous military assaults on Ethiopia's armed forces. Joint defensive measures and counterattacks ultimately foiled 3 offensives the TPLF clique unleashed in 2 years, Brigadier General Abraha added. Noting the intricate dynamics of Pretoria Agreement, Brigadier General Abraha expressed the aspirations of the government and people of Eritrea for durable peace if the agreement is implemented in its entirety. In the morning hours, the Eritrean delegation visited the Addis Ababa municipality and the national television that is under construction. Training focusing on use of natural fertilizers and pesticides was organized to 81 exemplary farmers in Segeneti subzone. The training included modality of producing and advantage of natural fertilizers and pesticides, as well as recycling wastes for use as natural fertilizers. Ms. Adiam Rezene, expert on natural fertilizers and pesticides, called on all farmers to refrain from using chemical fertilizers and produce natural fertilizers from materials available in their areas. Indicating that wastes that are free from chemicals could be used as fertilizers, Ms. Adiam reminded farmers to use natural fertilizers with a view to avoid crop diseases that could occur through using chemical fertilizers. Mr. Abdul Qadir Haji Ali, administrator of the subzone, on his part, called on farmers to follow the advice they receive from agricultural experts in their daily activities. On your last local report, Cultural and Sports Week, in which students from 16 schools took part, was conducted in Haikota subzone. The Cultural and Sports Week featured cultural and sports activities and competitions. Indicating that Cultural and Sports Week was part of the regular education, Mr. Abdul Qadir Abdullah, head of education office in the subzone, said that the program has significant contribution for students to identify their talents and share experiences among each other. Mr. Shikhaddin Saleh, administrator of the subzone, pointed out that the program will have significant contribution for the students to understand the noble societal values and become competitive in their education. In the same vein, children's football competition in Aorda subzone that has been underway from the month of February has successfully concluded. At the conclusion event of the competition, prizes have been handed over to winner teams as well as outstanding coaches and players. Dear viewers, that was all with your domestic news. Coming up will be international reports. Do stay with us. Welcome back. A U.S. B-52 strategic bomber joined military exercises with South Korea on Wednesday, in the latest demonstration of the allies' readiness to respond to any North Korean provocation, South Korea's defense ministry said. The bomber, in the first deployment to South Korea of a U.S. B-52 since March 6, joined U.S. F-35B and F-16 fighters and South Korean F-35 jets for the exercise, the ministry added. North Korea has been ramping up military activity in recent weeks, unveiling new, smaller nuclear warheads, pledging to produce more weapon-grade nuclear material and testing what it called a nuclear-capable underwater attack drone. The South Korean ministry said the participation of the B-52 would improve U.S. extended deterrence, a reference to the American nuclear umbrella protecting its allies. U.S. and South Korean forces have been carrying out various training exercises since March, including air and sea drills involving a U.S. aircraft carrier and B-1B bombers, and their first large-scale amphibious landing exercises in 5 years. On your final report, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office has accused former U.S. President Donald Trump of arranging a hush money payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels in order to keep her from going public about an alleged affair and later attempting to cover up the transfer through falsified records. Prosecutors also claim he knowingly tried to conceal other crimes using falsified documents, providing a basis for felony charges rather than misdemeanors. The former president claims he has been targeted with a long list of quote-unquote fake allegations since his 2016 election win. In a speech from his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, Trump railed against New York prosecutors after pleading not guilty to 34 criminal counts, also accusing Democrats of political prosecution and fraudulent investigations. The DS office has said it expects to produce most of its evidence for discovery in the next 65 days, while Trump's defense has until early August to file any motions against the case. Though Judge Juan Merchan has scheduled the next in-person hearing for December 4, attorney for Trump say they hope to get the case dismissed before it can go to trial. Taking the tone of a presidential candidate, the former leader went on to fire a litany of criticisms at Democrats and President Joe Biden, slamming them for high inflation crippling the U.S. economy, raging crime statistics, and open borders immigration policies. He warned that Biden could lead the country into, quote-unquote, an all-out nuclear World War III, apparently referring to U.S. involvement in the conflict in Ukraine. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, viewers, and now recap of the major headlines. Dinner reception hosted in honor of Eritrean delegation in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Training on natural fertilizers and pesticides organized in Serengeti subzone. US B-52 strategic bomber joins military exercises with South Korea. And Trump condemns arrest in Mar-a-Lago speech. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching.